Hi everyone, my name's Lindsay and this is my presentation for the AAC assignment. This is my communication board. I chose my activity from the grade 1 curriculum for mathematics. I chose an activity relating to patterns. So I just took a picture here on Google of what the pattern might look like. So here, this is a grade 1 worksheet. So here we have a pattern of orange circle, green square, orange circle, green square. And what the kids would do is they would separate into small groups after the lesson on patterns, so 2 or 3 students to a group, and they would work together at completing these patterns. Or let's say if there was a missing element to the pattern, let's say this orange rectangle was not here, they would work together to decide which shape was missing from the pattern. So we'll go back to my communication board here. And what Clayton would do, my goals for Clayton would be to be an effective member of the group, so take his turn when it was his turn to give an answer, wait his turn when other students were giving their answers, and also to learn about patterns and math. So for this pattern here, if we were to continue on, if this was Clayton's turn here, he would point to the orange square and then to the circle. And that's the ideal outcome of the communication board. There are also ways for him to communicate with his peers. So if he thought that another student's answer was incorrect, he could point to this one here. Or if he thought that they did have the right answer, he could point to this here, the check mark. If he wasn't sure about what to say, he could point to this one, I'm not sure here. You have please and thank you, or I need a little more time. There's a hooray for a correct answer, and I need a break, which he would signal to the EA, and then he'd be able to take the break. There are also squares where Clayton can communicate that it's his turn, or that he can communicate to another student that it's their turn. So hopefully with this communication board, the activity would move along fairly seamlessly with the children taking turns and then agreeing or disagreeing on whether or not this is the right answer. Overall, I'm happy with the communication board, how it turned out. I like that everything is neatly laid out in its category and that it's been color-coded. So we have the colors here and the shapes over here. We have the little communication squares here where Clayton can communicate his needs. And then we have the correct, you can say correct pattern over here where he can give feedback on other students' answers. It is a little simple, and I think the vocabulary is a little basic, so next time I might want to introduce some new words or phrases into the communication board. But overall, I think it's effective for what the activity is. Overall, I think this is a good activity for Clayton to start participating in the class with. It's fairly simple, and the answers he can give are straightforward. They're not really up for interpretation. So I think that's a good place to start, from moving him to from the back of the classroom with the EA into the group with the other students. Sometimes grade 1 lessons can be a little involved, and I wouldn't want Clayton to become overwhelmed and not want to participate with the rest of the class. If you have any questions about my presentation, please feel free to ask me. I'm looking forward to seeing all of your communication boards. And thanks for listening, everyone.